Hi friends and welcome back to another video. Today it is day 70 on our hashtag ASR99 Days Data Science Challenge, and today in this video we will look at how to create displots or distplots in our Seaborn. So here I have imported our Seaborn package and I have also loaded the tips dataset, and here is the first 5 rows of our data. Now let's jump into creating our distplots. Distplot is also known as the distribution plots, which depicts the variation of our data inside our distribution. So the Seaborn displot represents the overall distribution of a continuous data variables, such as our variables total bill and tip in our dataset, and the Distplot depicts the data by a histogram and a line in combination to it. You can see a picture over here. So this picture is the original Distplot, which is a combination of a histogram and a line. But in the new update of our Seaborn package, where the name of dist plot has been changed to Distplot, DISPLOT, and so we cannot create a combination of both of these histogram and a line in a single plot. Rather, we have to use another parameter to it. So without any confusions, let's get started. So firstly, let's start with a single variable. So in order to create a distplot, we use the function distplot, sns.distplot, where I will pass the parameter x and pass in the column name total bill, and this data is coming from my data tips, and let's run it. And here is our distplot, where it has only the histograms, but we don't have the line over here. In order to get that line, the line here is nothing but a KDE plot. In order to get that KDE plot, we use the parameter KDE and set it to true. So let's do it. KDE equals, and we are setting it to true, and now here we got it, and this is the perfect distplot. Here we can also use the other parameter named the kind. So instead of getting a histogram, we will get a KDE plot directly. So kind equals, let's change to KDE, and here it is. It is not only a KDE plot, we can also use a ECDF plot, which means the empirical cumulative distribution function. That is, so consider I am drawing a imaginary line from 30 till the top over here, and just draw a straight line to this side. So here we can see that this point is more than 0.8. So let's consider this as the point 0.83. So here 0.83 represents that there are 83% of the values lies under the value 30. And now we can also use our rug plots over here. So you know, if you don't know about rug plot is a way of illustrating the marginal distributions of a particular variable. So let's set the rug plot to be true, and here you can see that. And also here we can use the parameter hue, and let's change it to 6, and here you can see the difference. Now let's look at how to create a distribution plot for two variables. So sns.distplot, where I am taking my x-axis to be the total bill and my y to be the tip, and finally the data which comes from my tips dataset, and let's run it out. Oops, it is distplot. And yeah, here is my distplot. And now let's use the kind parameter. So let's use kind and change it to be KDE, and here is our KDE plot for two variables. And now here also we can use our rug plot. So rug equals, and let's set it to true, and here it is. So as the rug plot is for the represents the marginal distribution for a particular variable, here we have two variables, that is the tip and total bill, and so we have the rug plots for both these variables. And also we can use our hue parameter over here. So let's do it. I'm removing the kind parameter and changing it to be the hue and change it to 6. And here you can see the difference. And now let's say you want to split it, like, so you want a separate plot for the male and the separate plot for female by differentiating them into two columns. So in order to do that, we can use the parameter column. So column, and I'm setting it to be my rows column 6, and let's put a comma here, and here they are. So this plot is for the male and this plot is for the female, and if you want them to be on a row wise, you can use the parameter row over here, and here it is. And also you can compare two variables, like, so you can pass row for the sex and the column to be the smoker, and here they are. So this plot is for the particular male who is a smoker, and this plot is for a male who is not a smoker, and this is for a female who is a smoker, and this is for a female who is not a smoker. And we can also change the size of our plot using the parameter height. So height equals, by default it is 5, and now let's change it to 2, and now we got a simple small plot. And we can also change the width of them by using the aspect parameter, which changes the aspect ratio. Aspect equals, let's change the aspect to be 3 maybe. By default it is 1, and yeah, we have lengthened it. Lastly, we can also use our palette parameter. So let me put this down and use the palette parameter and change, let's say, ocean, and here they are. And yeah, that's all for today in this video. And in this video we looked at how to create displots for a single variable and for a couple of variables, and we have also played around all the parameters they have. Thanks for watching. Like the video, leave a comment down below, and let's meet on day 71.